I was out with a friend a few days ago and I was wearing this blouse just like this, feeling old-fashionable, until a guy approached our table and said, "Sorry, you forgot to button up your blouse." And I was, oh, that's supposed to be fashion. Hi everyone and welcome back to Linda Libra Loca. Today is a first impressions video, and if you don't know me or if you're new to my channel, my name is Anne. Thank you for stopping by. I do upload every Sunday and occasionally on Wednesdays. Most of the time it's beauty related. I wanted to share some first impressions of makeup. It's mainly Kiko makeup, Kiko Milano, and there are two bits of Pixi that are thrown in. And I'm going to start off with a Pixi product. It's the Flawless and Poreless Primer by Pixi. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you might know that I rarely ever use primer. And this is because my skin used to be quite oily and I did not struggle with dehydration. But I changed my skincare. I did switch to a prescription strength retinol and my skin suddenly got dehydrated and all my makeup started looking off. So I decided to try how primers work, and they really do make a difference. I'm a convert. Next up, by Kiko. Kiko Milano is the color correcting concealer wheel. And it looks like this, has a little mirror, and there are several colors. And this one in the middle is a highlighter. This one is called Beige. It looks really yellow and meant to conceal dark circles under the eyes and fair skin. This one to conceal dark circles on olive and darker skin tones, green against redness, and lilac against dullness. So let's give it a go. Going in with my finger cream formulation. I usually use the Bobbi Brown corrector for this. And I think that did a pretty good job. Now for the redness. I have some spot marks, but they are more brown than red, but I tend to get red around my nose and on the tip of my nose, so I'm going to apply some green there. And it's pretty scary applying green to your face. Probably I should apply it to just one half of my face to see if it really makes a difference throughout the day. I'm going to paint half of my nose green, and then some on my chin, half of my chin, and on the blemish I have up there. No, I don't have matching blemishes, so there's no way of comparing that. The lilac, I'm not sure if I have dull skin, but I'm going to use it in here on my forehead. I'm not sure if you can see with the lights on my face, but it doesn't look that crazy clown-like as I would have thought. All the colors already melted pretty good into my skin. Now I'm going in with the Catrice All Matte Plus Shine Control makeup in the color light beige. As usual, I'm going to set my face with the Clarins translucent powder just on the T-zone because I really get oily there. And then I'm going to use another new product, and this is again by Pixi. It's the Sheer Cheek Gel in the color red. It's a cheek stain. It looks like that. It looks really, really dark. I'm just taking, oh, feels like a gel, some small dots, and then pat, pat, pat. Looks really natural. Okay, so far it went on pretty smoothly, not patchy, and it really melted into the skin, so it's not tacky anymore. For my eyes, I have two different eyeshadow crayons by Kiko. These ones are the long-lasting stick eyeshadows, and I have two colors, 06 and 07. And then I have three of the Color Up long-lasting eyeshadows, 24, 28, and 33. So I'm going to play it safe and start with the color 06. Such a pretty bronzy color. And then go in with a blending brush. Okay, so these do set quickly. I'm taking 07 inside my eye as a highlight color. This is where the wear time claims really get put to the test in a watery inner corner. And I'm going to use 28, which is a bluish tinted gunmetal gray as a liner, and some in the outer corner for some definition and depth. You can draw a really precise line with them, at least now that they're fairly new, and they do set pretty quickly as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention, all of these are twist-up crayons, which I prefer to the ones you have to sharpen. And to finish everything off, I'm going to use the highlighter shade, but I'm using a brush for that because my fingers are quite dirty right now. So yeah, that's that. First impression of my look. Now I'm going to go on with my day and check back later to show you how everything held up. And we're back, and let me tell you, it has been a long day. It's been 12 hours. But let's start with the Pixi by Petra Flawless and Poreless Primer. It feels lightweight, it's non-tacky, it doesn't have a heavy silicone feel when applied to your face. And I know how my foundation usually looks after a workday 8-hour shift. It has the tendency to settle into my pores and I get quite shiny throughout my T-zone. I did not touch up or powder at all, even though by now it's mostly gone around the jawline and on the front of my nose. It did hold up very well and I didn't get as shiny and there's no settling into my pores. The Kiko Milano Color Correcting Concealer Wheel. I was a little worried because these colors are really, really bright. But the second I applied them to my face, they look just like a little different colored skin. And you may remember I did use them on the right side of my face, not on the left side. And checking in full daylight, you could see a difference. Not green and orange and lilac on my face, but this side of the face just looked smoother, and because I was biased, I asked both my sister and my mother whether they could see a difference without telling them upfront that I had filmed such a video, used such a product, and both of them said after checking that they couldn't really tell what it was, but that this side of the face just looked a little more even and a little brighter. Impressed as well, even though I have to say the highlighting shade is okay-ish, but I think even I have better ones in my collection. The Pixi by Petra Sheer Cheek Gel. What you can see on my cheeks is still the color I applied earlier, with all the touching and rubbing and my son being all cuddly. It looks just the same as it did when I applied it. And it looks natural, just like a flush. And yeah, I don't know if it's just this color, because it's a very natural color on me, it's just like a little red, but that really lasts a long time. Feels lightweight, I can't feel it at all on my face. Great, great product. The long lasting stick eyeshadow, 8-hour no transfer performance. And okay, it did not transfer. There is no settling into any of my fine lines, but the color has faded quite a bit. It's still there, I can see it, but the sparkle stayed better than the color did. There was no migrating, no sparkle all over my face, so don't be afraid of that. But yeah, 12-hour, there is a little fading without a primer. If I had to compare them, I'd say they compare to the Clinique ones. Clinique Chubby Sticks for eyes. These one, the Color Up Long Lasting eyeshadows that I guess were limited edition, are a whole different story. I have to show you something. This is where I swatched the one that I'm wearing on my lids. And I did bath 2 children with the soap baths in there. There was rubbing, I was cooking, I did work out, and there's still a stain left there. And I feel like I have to take a real dedicated makeup remover to this stain to get rid of it. On my eyes, it stayed put where I put it on as a liner, and there's no fading. The part where I sheared it out in the outer corner, yeah, I think it may have faded a little bit, but only a little bit. So these colors are really pigmented and they really last for 12 hours plus. And that's it for my roundup. My favorites of the products I've tried are both Pixi products, the primer as well as the Sheer Cheek Gel, and the Color Up Eyeshadow Sticks, long-lasting eyeshadows by Kiko. Okay, and definitely something I am going to use is the Kiko Color Correcting Wheel, because it does make a difference. And these other 2 8-hour long-lasting stick eyeshadows by Kiko as well. So all in all, quite impressive. Have you tried Kiko Cosmetics before? If so, please leave me your recommendations. I am dying to try more of the brand, and they conveniently opened a flagship store in my town. Please make sure to subscribe, like if you did enjoy the video, and I'll see you all very soon with another video. Bye! I think it's not blaming you. Pixie by Petra Shietik. The dedicated makeup room.